Welcome to the channel. Please check out the free resources in the description below. Let's dive in. 30 years ago, I started my real estate journey with exactly $500. That's it. No rich family, no investors, no special connections. Just a small stack of 20s, a beat-up notebook, and a stubborn belief that I could turn that money into something bigger. Most people assume you need tens of thousands to get into real estate. That myth alone keeps more dreams on pause than anything else. The truth is, you don't need a fortune to start. You need a plan, persistence, and a willingness to see opportunities where others see problems. Today, I'm going to show you the exact $500 strategy that built my real estate empire, and why, in 2025, this same strategy works even better than when I started in 1994. Back then, the market was tough. Interest rates were high, and I didn't have much to my name. I had bad credit, no experience, and only that $500. But I had something powerful: curiosity. I started studying every real estate book I could find, attending local meetups, talking to landlords, and learning from every free source possible. Over time, I realized something no one was saying. Real estate isn't about how much money you have. It's about how creative you can get with what you have. I learned to think in terms of value, leverage, and negotiation. And from those lessons came 3 game-changing strategies that still work today. The first is what I call the $500 house hack strategy. I found a little duplex on the edge of town listed for $45,000. It wasn't fancy, peeling paint, creaky floors, and an outdated kitchen, but it had potential. I approached the seller and offered $500 down using seller financing. That meant instead of going through a bank, I made payments directly to the seller. I lived in one unit and rented the other. The rent from my tenant covered the mortgage and even brought me an extra $200 a month in cash flow. That deal taught me my first major lesson. When you buy right, your tenants can pay off your property for you. It wasn't glamorous, but it was freedom. Every time I collected rent, I felt like I was one step closer to controlling my financial future. The second principle that took me to the next level was partnership power. A few months after buying that duplex, I met someone who wanted to invest but didn't know how. They had good credit but very little time. I had the strategy, the hustle, and a proven example. So, we joined forces. They handled financing. I handled finding and managing properties. We split profits 50-50. Suddenly, I had access to credit and capital without taking on debt myself. In just a year, we bought 3 more properties together. That partnership taught me that money follows knowledge. If you bring value to the table, the right partners will find you. Then came the third strategy, the real secret weapon: seller financing negotiation. This method became my bread and butter. Instead of chasing bank loans or saving for years, I went directly to property owners. I looked for older sellers who were tired of managing tenants or needed to downsize. I'd sit at their kitchen tables and say, "What if I just take over your payments so you don't have to deal with the hassle?" To my surprise, many said yes. They didn't want to list with an agent or wait months for a sale. They just wanted peace of mind. Those deals cost me almost nothing up front but gave me instant equity and cash flow. Seller financing isn't a loophole. It's a win-win. The seller gets convenience, and you get an affordable property with terms you both agree on. By combining those 3 strategies, house hacking, partnerships, and seller financing, I created a cycle of growth. Here's how it played out. In the first 6 months, my $500 turned into a property, producing $200 monthly profit. By month 18, I had reinvested those profits and my savings into another property, now earning around $400 per month total. By year 3, my portfolio grew to 5 properties, producing roughly $2,000 monthly. That was enough to replace my job. Every dollar of profit went straight into the next down payment. I wasn't just buying houses, I was buying freedom. I started small, but I kept multiplying that $500 over and over again. Now let's fast forward to 2025, because the game has changed, but in many ways, it's better for beginners than ever before. The housing market today is filled with opportunities that didn't exist when I started. There are more motivated sellers than ever thanks to higher inventory levels and rising interest rates. Many homeowners can't sell through traditional channels, so they're open to creative options like seller financing or lease-to-own deals. Technology has also leveled the playing field. Back in the 90s, I had to drive around neighborhoods looking for sale by owner signs. Today, you can find deals with a few clicks on your phone. Platforms like Zillow, PropStream, and even Facebook Marketplace are full of leads waiting for creative investors. Another 2025 advantage? Financing tools. There are fractional investing platforms, peer-to-peer lending, and first-time buyer programs that didn't exist 30 years ago. AI tools can now analyze deals, calculate returns, and even generate rental comps in seconds. If you combine that technology with the old-school principles I used, your learning curve shortens dramatically. You don't need to guess anymore. Data can guide your every move. Let's talk about scaling, because this is where most people stall. They get one property, maybe 2, and stop. But here's the mindset shift that changed everything for me. Every property should fund the next one. Let's say your first rental makes $200 a month. In a year, that's $2,400. Combine that with a small tax refund or side hustle income, and you've got another $5,000 to reinvest. Repeat the process, and you'll watch your portfolio grow exponentially. Within 5 years, you could realistically replace your full-time income if you stay disciplined. It's not magic. It's math, patience, and consistency. I remember when I hit my first major milestone, $100,000 in total property value. It wasn't from one big deal. It was from stacking small wins. One $45,000 duplex, one $60,000 triplex, one seller finance single-family home. Piece by piece, those properties formed a portfolio that changed my life. And the best part? They were all bought with little to no money down. I leveraged knowledge, relationships, and negotiation, not my wallet. So what does this mean for you today? If you have $500, you already have what you need to start. That money can pay for your first inspection, your earnest deposit, or even your marketing to find off-market deals. But the most valuable investment isn't the cash. It's your education. Learn how to talk to sellers. Learn how to run the numbers. Learn how to find value others overlook. When you combine that knowledge with the power of technology and creativity, you become unstoppable. Now, let's get practical. Step 1. Start by identifying your local market trends. Find neighborhoods where rent covers the mortgage with room for profit. Step 2. Connect with sellers directly. Look for sale by owner listings or aging properties that have sat on the market too long. Step 3. Run your numbers and make your first offer, even if it's small. You don't need to buy immediately. You need to practice the process. Each offer you make builds your confidence and skills. By month 6, you'll start spotting patterns, motivated sellers, undervalued neighborhoods, and flexible financing options. By year 1, you could have your first deal in motion. And by year 3, If you keep reinvesting and scaling, you'll look back amazed at how far that $500 took you. Here's the truth. The real estate market won't wait. Opportunities pass every day. But your financial freedom will wait forever if you don't start now. Whether you're watching this from your dorm room, your 9-to-5 office, or your living room couch, you have everything you need to take the first step. I started with $500, bad credit, and zero experience. You're starting in a world filled with knowledge, tools, and access I couldn't even dream of back then. That means your road can be faster, smarter, and easier. If you just take action. Your $500 empire starts with one decision. Pick one action step from this video and complete it this week. Maybe it's finding one motivated seller. Maybe it's talking to one local agent who understands creative financing. Maybe it's just setting up your property analysis spreadsheet. The point is, move. Because once you take that first small step, momentum builds. 30 years later, I can tell you, that little $500 changed my life forever. And if you use it wisely, it can change yours too. Remember, the best time to start was yesterday. But the next best time is right now. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you are getting value from these videos. We are here to help. Reach out. We want to help you achieve. See you in the next video.